Hey guys, Windsor Guides here again with another class guide. Now, we're still on the first classes, so this is going to be the mage, like the magician version. So, as you can see, we're in Geffen, we're at the Mage Academy. So we're gonna talk to the guild mage, who would like to become a mage. I think you're very cute, what? Okay, well, I mean, yeah. Now, they have a very strange outfit, and they walk a bit funny, I guess. And they sit interestingly. Right, so, as a mage, or magician, sorry. Stat-wise, you do not need any strength, agility, vitality can be kept at the base 5 or 10. And your intelligence is your main stat for damage. Magic attack is your main stat, right? So you should honestly like intelligence and dexterity. Dexterity makes you cast faster, and so does intelligence. 2 intelligence is the same as 1 dexterity in terms of casting faster. I would honestly say get these both to 90, and then afterwards you can just put whatever, really. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Intelligence and dexterity. The rest, you have no use for the rest of it, really. So, I mean, honestly, start off with intelligence and then just go to dexterity. Well, I mean, I'm not saying you should go like 91, but keep them in a decent place, like 30, 40, and then just fill them up as you go along. Right. Weapons of choice, you use a robe, you use a wand, a rod, sorry, rod. See, magic attack plus 32. Apparently you can't refine this, not sure who'd want to do that anyway, but so you equip it, and you equip the adventure suit, and then you can, yeah. You see your magic attack is right there, under regular attack. Or under physical attack, sorry. Now, skills. Now, there's a lot of them. Okay. Now this is gonna take some, it all depends on what you're planning on doing later on. We'll go through them one at a time, and I'll try to tell you if they're useful for leveling or not. Or for late game as well. Depending on if you want to become a wizard or a sorcerer. Difference between a wizard and a sorcerer is sort of like a, sage. It's more like a supportive type of mage, whereas a wizard blows shit up. So, Stone Curse. For leveling, no. I would skip this, honestly, and maybe like do it in a later build. You're gonna need it like at level 3, I think it is, for Stone Earth Spike, but yeah, just skip it for now. For leveling, it has 0 usage. Cold Bolt, I would definitely max this. I mean, you know, Water Elemental, you can use it on tons of different fire mobs, for example, to do massive damage. It's like a bread and butter skill. So Cold Bolt is like, it fires arrows of like water or ice or whatever down at the enemies. Lightning Bolt, same story, max this out as well. Yeah, it means like you can go to water places and stuff like that. Napalm Beat, it might look interesting, it really isn't. Like it does what little it can, but it's really not as great as it looks. I would just get, well, I would probably skip this over, like, totally for now. Firebolt, same story as Cold Lightning. You should max this. Like, these 3 is your main leveling kit. Fire, Lightning, Cold Bolt. Okay. Now, this is where it gets interesting. It all depends on what you prefer playstyle-wise. Now, you can opt for Firewall. Firewall basically puts a 3-cell firewall wherever you place it, and then monsters will bounce off it so they won't reach you. So basically you can put up to a monster while you're casting, so if you put like a firewall and then a monster, while the monster's running into the firewall, you can like cast lightning or firebolt or whatever you want. That's one method of leveling. It also gives you fireball, which can be semi-useful, I guess. Again, sight can be skipped for now for leveling. Energy Coat is a quest. You could do it, it's pretty good, but it steals your SP. SP recovery, definitely. Less downtime. You don't have to max it out, but I mean 20, 30, sorry, 10, 20, 30. So we have 30 points invested already, which means we'll have an additional 19. So, I mean, either you go for Firewall or you go for Frost Diver. Frost Diver basically freezes an enemy. When they're frozen, they will take twice the damage from wind, sorry. So the other playstyle would be Frost Drive or something, and then Lightning Bolt it for double damage. Now this does not work on undeads, because undeads cannot be frozen, but it works on everything else. So you opt for either Frost Driver or Firewall. You do not get both. There's no, literally no point. SP recovery, I would definitely put like 4 or 5 in this, I suppose. Thunderstorm, Lightning AoE. If you're playing with friends, you can precast this on the ground, and then they can drag mobs into it. It's pretty good. Long ass cast time though, but with the as you can see, 10-second cast time, but with some intelligence and dexterity and maybe some buffs, it should be okay. Soul Strike is sort of like the way to kill undeads. So if you're planning on fighting a lot of undeads, I would probably get this. Because it's, I mean, Firebolt helps too, but Soul Strike is faster and it does more damage. It's a bit more SP hungry though, so... Safety Wall is amazing. That's all I'm going to say. This is the last skill in the tree for the mage. Safety Wall is great, but it costs you 1 blue gemstone for each cast, and it takes 1 second to cast. Now, it will block damage dealt that should have hit you based off your intelligence, I believe it is. Blue gemstones are about 500-600 Seni a piece, so obviously I don't really think it's necessary for leveling. For later, maybe you could like take it, and then maybe later you could have some use for it, but it's great. So yeah, that's basically how to and why to. Not sure what else I can tell you about the mage. Squishy, like, you know. Long as range though. If you can see it, you can basically range it. Like, you can also range over cliffs. Like if you're standing, okay, let's just give an example here. If I'm standing up here, I could potentially reach Agiops or whatever down here. People from the old Iroh remember this. You can range things. So yeah, but remember, you should get all 3 elements at least, so that way you can level anywhere and like do all the Eden quests wherever you like. You need Stonekers. I'm going to say 3, or I believe it's 3 to get Earth Spike as a wizard. As a sage. I know wizards get it, and Heaven's Drive as well. Anyways, so yeah, that's the mage chapter for this little installment we have going on here. As always, I hope you had, well, not had, I hope this was helpful to you in some way. And if you enjoy it, feel free to support us in any way you want. Chat us up on Discord, hang out with us on Twitch, tell your friends, you know, whatever you want really. Anything is appreciated. If you have requests, I will try to fulfill them as much as I can. Obviously, people who are subscribers will get their request filled out first, because, well, I want to give something back if people are nice enough to support us. But yeah, otherwise, I mean, I'll obviously answer questions and all that. So remember, int, dexterity, 3 elements, either Frost Driver or Firewall build. There's no need for both. On a side note, Firewall, if you use it on undeads, they will take all the hits at the same time and just pass through it. So if you're killing tons of undead, opt for Soul Strike build instead, and run and cast. Like cast and then run backwards, cast, run backwards. Okay. So, I'll see you in the next video guys, and thank you very much for watching. Okay, bye.